Welcome. I'm Craig O'Neill, and in this video, we're going to demonstrate the digital work order with Auto Text Me. In this demonstration, we're going to be using Auto Text Me standalone with no integrated shop management system. We'll show you how to generate a work order very simply with the standalone method. And as always, the process does begin with an inspection. So let's take a look. Beginning with the inspection, we're going to talk about how the items that we've found here can be used to generate a digital work order. This is what we use these yes/no toggles for. The yes/no toggles, of course, are on the right side of the screen. You see them just above me here. And these are to indicate approval or no recollection being required in future visits. I use these when I'm going through a digital inspection. I always have this open during the sales call with a client. I will mark these as a yes the moment I gain approval with a client. Now, I can then trust this to be a source of truth if I leave this as a no for this error filter, and you can see what we can do with this later on during this journey. Now, with these marked as approved, we can go ahead and jump directly to our digital work order. We can do that right here at the top of the page. Service advisors, you don't need to go anywhere else. I'm just going to use those navigations right at that top button. And now we are on this digital work order. The header will be the same. It follows us over to this document. You see the RVH as well. But you also will notice we have this regenerate button right at the top. And this is from the DVI. If you're using a shop management system, there's other methods to have the information pull in so that the jobs that are approved will show up here. But we can do the same standalone in Auto Text Me. By regenerating, it's going to take anything that was a yes on that digital inspection. Now you see them here down below. And we can go ahead and add some hours to these. These timers will be here as well for the technicians to clock in on. So it would only be important for you to go ahead and add the hours that you actually need them to do something. We'll just give half an hour on this. We'll give 0.6 on that, and we'll be good. You can do additional things. You can add parts and labor here too. If you want to get really descriptive on this and talk about what ATF you're using, then you can go ahead and do that. And we'll do 3.1 quarts on this Honda CRV. Should be about right. Now we have additional details as well. So this is something that your technicians will be able to do on their tablet in a little bit of a different view, but you can start showing those parts. If they're arrived or not, you'll also be able to leverage our work order parts list. There's a number of features in here that also serve to help you. First and foremost is you can add pictures or videos. This is great for any documentation you need to give on repair. Transmission fluid, a great example would be fluid that was contaminated with moisture or coolant, some of the major issues that can make that stuff look like strawberry milkshake. Document that here so that if any issues come up later on, it's photographed as evidence. You can recall that if that customer has a complaint with the transmission, blames you or someone else for the issue, you can show the proof of the fact that there was another issue. Those pictures and videos are very useful. The notes are as well. What we'll be able to do from here, notice we do have this signed to a technician. Let's bounce back one step into TechFlow. TechFlow is, of course, our priority and dispatching utility. Right here, you're going to see that Honda CRV is on the board. We can expand this card as a service advisor. And let's say, for example, maybe one of our lube techs is just simply not qualified to do the transmission drain and refill. It'd be a little bit of a silly example, but you can go ahead and assign a specific job to another user. Maybe Lee's our guy in this, and he just wants to have the regular lube guy. We'll have Rex be involved there. We've now split this ticket. If we go back to that digital work order, you're now going to notice that Rex is assigned right here as the man on that ticket. Lee is on the other job. And on their tablets, that's exactly what they'll be able to do. These will be grayed out. The other users that are not assigned are not able to click a timer or change anything on a line item that is not assigned to them. This becomes very, very useful. Now, once this work order is completed, the technicians are going to go ahead and do their part. Let's take a look on a tablet and see how that goes. So here we are on the work order with a technician's tablet. You'll see this smaller screen on top, and you can see that one of the line items is grayed out. That engine oil is assigned to a different technician. We're logged in as Lee Vitoff. His job is down here. Rex's job up there cannot be altered by Lee. Now, you also see that this part has arrived. That's from our work order parts list. All users have that in your user menu. That is a simple tool to track whether parts have been ordered or if they have arrived, and you can see that they're tagged on the job here. If I want to, I can upload images or any other details for this particular part of the job. It will allow you to open your camera or do this from file. Works for MP4 images as well. Very useful to record the state of a particular item the further you get into it. This has more value for some jobs than others. Now, you also have this slider. Technicians can choose this to indicate the level of completeness that they have for a particular task. It's very helpful to stay focused this way as a technician. Otherwise, you also have the timer. And when you click on that, that does begin an active timer that is going to track your actual time on a particular task. This is very useful if you're the kind of technician or the shop that wants to track actual time. If you're all done with the job and are not tracking actual time, you can simply mark it complete. And that is what many people do. That is perfectly fine. You can, of course, submit this as soon as you're done, and that'll take care of your part of this particular task. Now, our additional technician can go in and do the other job as well. In this case, I'm going to go back in here as the administrator. I want to make sure this full work order is complete. Notice that the administrator or a service advisor in this case also has the same amount of permissions to be able to go in here, clock in, clock off on things. It does, however, take that and puts it into my name. If I wanted to mark this as complete, I do have the ability to go and revert that time as an administrator so that this will be accurate. So administrator logins are key for that purpose. Service advisors do have the ability to change the login here. So we hit that drop down and we can update the technician or clock time, and we can put this to the proper technician who did the work. You can even adjust the time if necessary. If they made a mistake, no problem. And you hit update, and now you'll see it is properly assigned to that individual technician. Now from here, we can make sure that that work order is submitted again. And that does, in my case, move this ticket forward into the quality control process. We'll go there next. That's the crash course in the digital work order. We hope you'll log in and explore that component. If you need help with this, we can toggle it on for you so you can give it a try. This is one of those features that works really, really nice with integration, but we kept some measures in place so that our standalone users have some options to leverage it as well, especially if you're using a shop management system that doesn't fully integrate with digital work orders. You can still use your inspections in order to have a simple worksheet ready to go digitally for your technicians. We hope this is helpful, and we hope you check out our next part of the visit with the quality control form. Thanks for watching.